All right, I think I'm here. Good morning, everybody. This is Ralph Wakeman at Shenandoah Sew and Vac live this morning. It's Wednesday, the 17th, I think it is, all day long. Let me look. I'm terrible with times. Yes, it is, 17th, all day long. My phone number is in the corner of the YouTube channel. It's 540-459-1888. Please call with anything that you have questions about. I am having a tough time today. It's been a rough week for me mentally. Last week and this week. Last Wednesday, after my show that I did here, found out that a gentleman that I just started watching quite a few of his talks at colleges. I started watching him and was very impressed that he didn't get angry and say bad words to people that said bad words to him. They didn't really care. But he showed care and concern for them, and I wish I could be that way. I want to grow up to be like that 31-year-old, someone that loves people so much that he's willing to take whatever abuse they throw at him. Anyway, I've noticed that there's a difference. This man was a very nice man, did all kinds of nice things for people word-wise, and would help them out financially and other things. But interestingly enough, no cities are on fire. No cars overturned. Just very interesting, but it doesn't get noticed. So anyway, he's just a hater. Haters gotta hate, they say. All right, well, I'm going to go back to the work here. This week I wanted to talk about the vacuum cleaners, why vacuum cleaners don't clean. Okay? Vacuum cleaners don't clean. Nobody's watching me yet, and that's fine. By the way, before I go on with my why vacuum cleaners don't clean, next week I will be coming on the air at 10 o'clock, but it'll actually be 1 o'clock here in Woodstock, Virginia, because I'll be in Idaho, or at least that's my plans. You never know what God has planned for you. But I'm planning on being in Idaho, and 10 o'clock in the morning out there is 1 o'clock here. I am hoping that might be my new time, since I'm getting such a large group of people following me on the mornings. I've got to slow that down a little bit. It's not true. It's not true. I haven't had anybody really. So let's go on. But next week, it'll be at 1 o'clock. I'll be coming live, or my plans are coming live from Idaho. Maybe just on YouTube. It depends on how the Wi-Fi works at my in-laws' house. All right, I got somebody walking in out here. So they're going to be live on the air here with me too. So we'll see how that goes. Hold on here a second. Here he comes. Yes, sir. Can I help you maybe?
Here to pick up Amy Mitchum's vacuum. The clean. I can't remember what it's called.
All of them? Oh, yeah. Excuse me. I'm going to make some money today, and I have something to talk about with that. I'm live on. No, don't apologize. I'm live on YouTube and Facebook right now. I do look. Did I say don't come in?
No.
No, I want you to come in. All right, it is 250.11.
Okay.
That's the motor and everything.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let me go over here and do this.
All right.
This past week, I got a $100 bill from a customer. I didn't pay any attention, and then I had to get a VCR that I had worked on. I went and paid for it with cash from money I took out of the drawer, which I'll pay back later.
Yeah.
Except the cash wasn't any good, at least according to the guy I took it to, and I trust him. So.
Yeah.
What did I say that price was again? $250.
$250.11.
Okay, thank you.
That's not good.
Okay, it's $258.86.
Okay.
With the credit card.
Yep, that's fine.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you for getting
Yeah, that was I'll have to go back and see who it was, but I don't think they did it on purpose. I think they did the same thing.
Yeah.
I even have a pin here to check out to see if they're fake, but there you go, sir. And there's your card too. I don't want to keep that. It won't. Well, I know it would do me a lot of good for a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Then the law would come. So thank you. Thank you. So you have a fabulous day. Any problems with that? I guarantee that. I think for 2 years.
Okay.
Any kind of problems, please let me know.
All right, sounds
I'm
good.
used to people yelling at me. So.
No, you're good. You have a wonderful day.
All righty.
See you later, YouTube.
All righty. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm back. Woohoo! I made some money. It'll show up tomorrow. That'll be good. All right, so back to vacuum. Why vacuum cleaners don't clean? Now, it's not, and I, I only sell certain vacuum cleaners at my store because I like people. No, it's not just that. It's because well, I look fat. Let's lean up here. Maybe it's because I am. Vacuum cleaners, most vacuum cleaners out there, if not all vacuum cleaners, clean when you first get them. Okay, so you look at them and you say, wow, this vacuum cleaner is not cleaning anymore. What in the world is going on? I need to buy a new vacuum. No, you don't need to, even if you didn't buy it from me. Now, if you bought it from me, you come in here and say, hey, bucko, this thing's not cleaning like it used to. And then I'll go through and check it out. Sometimes it is the belt. Okay, now there are vacuum cleaners that have belts with teeth. Okay, I'm going to give a non-politically correct joke right now. I had a customer come in one time years ago with an Electrolux vacuum cleaner power nozzle, and it was making all kinds of noises. That's my interpretation of the sound. It wasn't the actual sound, but it sounded. But what was happening was it had some of its little rubber teeth that helped to feed the belt around and around were broken. And I told the customer it was a West Virginia belt, and that's because some teeth were missing. I've got a tooth missing here too. Actually, two. Anyway, and the people laughed, and then I thought, uh-oh, are you from West Virginia? And they said, yes, we think that's hilarious. So I don't try to offend people. I just try to be funny. And sometimes funny does offend. Truth offends too, by the way. I don't like to be told I'm wrong. But I am a lot of times. Okay, so the belt. The belt can be stretched. This kind of belt, the one that's flat, it can be stretched and way out of shape. I'm not talking about because of exercise. Actually, it is out of shape because of exercise. The belt keeps getting stretched, and finally, sometimes, especially with the Oric vacuum cleaner, I don't know what it is with the Oric, but people will be vacuuming along, and they'll say, it's not picking up like it used to. I have some people say, the self-propel doesn't work anymore. Well, Orics are not self-propelled. They only weigh about 10 pounds. But the problem is the belt stretches so much that when you turn it over, it's turning. You think, wow, it's doing a great job. And you put it back on the car. My first call. Is it a customer? Here we go. Good morning. You're on Shenandoah Sew and Vac Live. How can I help you?
Hi, Mr. Wakeman. It's Lila Burton.
Yes, ma'am.
With the blender.
Yes, ma'am. I've got everything but two wires connected. I'm going to talk about that a little bit this morning. I've had that thing apart 5 times because the wires were touching the body of the machine, and I didn't want to light you all up with a milkshake. But it should be ready after lunch here. Come on by. I'll have it ready for you after lunch.
After lunch?
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
My mom will probably be up there.
Okay, that's all right. I got a call from somebody the other day that said, hey, you got that thing ready yet? And I had to go to Harrisonburg yesterday. Is it yesterday? Yes, yesterday to pick up some parts for it because I used them all up, taking it apart 4 times. So I'm not Mr. Perfect, but I do try to make things right.
I didn't call you yesterday.
No. I think you've got helpers now. I'm joking. It's okay.
Oh.
We'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, thanks for calling Shenandoah Sew and Vac Live. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so there we go. We've got a customer here that called about their blender, and I'll talk about that later. That was a big, fiasco is not a good word for it, I guess. I don't even know what fiasco means. It sounds Mexican. Like with a piñata and everything. It sounds fun, but it wasn't. All right, so anyway, this belt was so stretched that when you turned it over and looked at it, the brush roll was turning really good. Oh, this was great. So you put it back on the floor, the pressure of the carpet stopped the brush roll from turning, but it was so loose, the belt was so loose that it just slipped and the brush roll didn't turn, but it didn't burn off. You might have a slight smell of rubber burning, but it didn't burn off. You turn it over again, it was still turning. So they need to replace the belt with something a little bit tighter. So a belt is one thing, because when you're cleaning carpet, you need agitation, okay? Like we need agitation in our lives. That's why God gave us kids. Kids, if you're watching, you know I'm still joking, mostly. No, I am joking. Okay, so anyway, the next thing would be filters. Now, on a bagless vacuum cleaner, On a bagless vacuum cleaner, the filters, well, back to belts. I'm sorry, I forgot about finishing up with belts. A lot of the new vacuum cleaners have geared belts or teeth belts, and I was talking about that a second ago. The teeth can break out. That usually makes noise, but the belt can completely break, and that needs to be replaced. Okay, so if your brush roll is not turning at all, usually it is a belt that's broken, hopefully not a bad wire. All right, we don't want broken wires because that means I have to go in there and rewire. Okay. There's my phone number up there. Don't forget to call me if you're not watching now. But even if you're not watching now, you call me later. Okay. Now, filters. Okay. Now, your bag on a vacuum cleaner, if you got a bag vacuum cleaner, is a filter. The dirt goes in the bag, hopefully, and then the bag holds back the dirt and lets the air flow through the bag. All right. And then it goes through the motor, maybe another filter before it gets to the motor. And a lot of them nowadays have a filter on the exhaust part. Okay, any of those filters that are clogged can cause a problem. The bag being full with fine dirt can be a problem. If the bag has like carpet fibers in it, that's it. You got brand new carpet and it's just got carpet fibers. That's probably not causing your problem, because the situation is that the air can flow around those carpet fibers and make its way through. I have had vacuum cleaners when apartments got new carpet, be full all the way from the floor all the way up to the top, to the bag being full and all the tubes being full. It was a mess, but it was still picking up more dirt because the air was flowing through it. It was not fine dirt. And then you can also go to the other extreme, like if you have carpet powders, love my carpet, hate my vacuum cleaner things, or sheetrock dust, baby powder, anything like that that gets inside a vacuum cleaner bag can clog it up pretty quick. Matter of fact, it even looks empty. You squeeze it and all this powder comes out, but it feels empty. That's because the bag is not working anymore. It's like using a plastic bag, and that doesn't work. Don't put plastic bags over your head, okay? That's not good. But if you put a filter on, like back during the diseases that we had going through the area. Oh, wait a minute. Another phone call. Here we go. Hello, you are on Shenandoah Sew and Vac Live. How can I help you this fine and cloudy day? It's rainy. Hello? Come on, talk to me. Don't hang up. It might have been a salesperson or a shy customer. I have some of those. Yep, they're gone. They're gone. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Okay, so now we're back to the filters. So you want to make sure that all your filters are clean. Look at your instruction book, and if you don't have an instruction book, call me and I'll let you know. Some filters are made to be washed. You can wash them, but don't put them on wet, because if you put them on wet, two things: mold, ooh, it stinks, it's terrible. Two, they could collect dirt after they're wet, and it turns into like cement, and it's really you might have to just throw the filter away and get a new one. And air can't flow through cement or dirt like cement. So you want to make sure you clean the filters. If they're washable, wash them really good, and then put them in 2 towels and roll them up. I think I've talked about that before. Roll them up and squeeze them out, and then unroll them and set them in your car dash. Today would not be a good day because it's raining, and they will not dry even on the dash of your car very quickly. But you want to make sure they're completely dry before you put them back in the vacuum cleaner. Then you have an exhaust filter. Some of those are actually washable. You can run water through the backside and clean them out. Some are not. And those that are not washable and you run water through them, they'll just turn into paper and fall apart. Not good. And then you have to replace them. But don't replace them when the company tells you to, because they say every 30 days or 60 days or whatever. And they're not dirty yet. They do that. They might do that because they care about you. But they also do it because they sell more filters. All right. And then the hoses. That's what you need to check on your vacuum cleaner. Sometimes you're vacuuming along and, man, I'm not picking up anything. And there's nothing in the container if it's a bagless vacuum cleaner, or there's nothing in a bag. It used to be July was one of my favorite months of the year, when a lot of people had these Electrolux hoses that were fiber on the outside and they had a rubber coating on the inside. They'd come in about July and say, I've noticed my vacuum's not cleaning anymore. And I would take the bag out, and there would be nothing in the bag. It was completely clean. I said, when was the last time you had to change your bag? Oh, it was before Christmas. Well, then I would go and start cleaning out the hose with my hemostats or things, and I would start pulling out dirt, and I'd keep pulling out things. I'd pull out Easter grass, which told me it was full in Easter. And then I would pull out, different items, little hearts and things I would find from Valentine's Day. And then I would finally find Christmas tree pieces in there, and I'd find the hook that you'd hang your ornaments on was in there, and that was what was catching all the dirt and kept it from going down the hose. So just make sure your hose is clean. Run a marble through it. I've lost all mine, but no, not really. I have a marble here somewhere. But run a marble through it. That'll help take care of it and keep it nice and clear, so you know that it will take the dirt in. All right, those three things are probably the most important things to check if your vacuum cleaner doesn't seem to be cleaning like it used to. Now, if you've got everything, you've done all that, and it still doesn't seem to be cleaning carpet like it used to, it could be the brush roll. And on a lot of vacuum cleaners, I can replace those for you. And that's a lot cheaper than a new vacuum cleaner. And if you liked your vacuum cleaner, you can keep it going. Oh, wait a minute. Another phone call. Here we go. Good morning. This is Shenandoah Sew and Vac Live. How can I help you?
Yes, do you do any sewing at all?
Sir, you don't want to see what I do with fabric. I've had the police over here several times to keep me away. I'm on a watch list with fabric. It's not good. What do you need?
I got two little pieces of very thin leather. I need to sew it about 6 inches.
Okay, I would suggest you contact LB Shoe Repair here in Woodstock.
Shoe repair. Where are they located?
She is located on Court Street.
Court Street.
Across the street from the Woodstock Fire Department.
Okay, I'll call them.
All right, thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Don't do things you don't know what you're doing, especially at my age. Now, when I was younger, I'd try things, but I'm getting to where I need to do what I need to do because I'm way behind with my work anyway. All right, now, sewing machines. I was hoping I'd get a phone call today since it's my 10th week of doing this, and I could answer some questions, but nobody's come. So I get people coming into my store many times telling me their sewing machine was giving them problems. And they'd say, I just want you to clean and check it and fix the problem. So I would clean and check the sewing machine, go over it and clean it really good, do the flossing and cleaning between the toes and all that kind of, the sewing machine, not the customers. And I'd get down to the end of it all and I'd test it out and it worked. So they'd come in and say, hey, what did you find wrong with my sewing machine? And I'd say, I didn't find anything wrong with your machine. So what? It's been acting up forever. And I'd say, well, I cleaned it and now it's working. So it must have been dirt. Dirt can cause a problem. Or the needle could have been in backwards, or the needle could have been bent. I mean, I do like to change the needles when I'm working on them. Even though you said, I just changed that needle. I do that because that's one less thing to worry with. Okay, and then have to come back later and tell you, oh, it was your needle. It was not in right. And I don't know because I changed it. Alrighty? So that's my small and simple answers for sewing machines. Now, this week I did a couple of items that I've been working with for a couple weeks. I had a old-fashioned drugstore or soda fountain milkshake machine. Green with big motor on top and the blade going there. I've got it over here, but I'm not going to put it on the air here because I'm working on it still. Because the motor, I had to take it apart like 3 or 4 times because it kept sparking. And I'm not talking about a dog or anything like that. It was sparking. And what I finally did, because glue wouldn't stick to it, tape wouldn't stick to it to cover up the bare wires, the things that I had soldered in. So finally, what I have done is used an electric glue gun to cover up the places that I had soldered and trimmed off the little wires that were hanging out, the little fuzzies of the wires hanging out, so I can't touch anything. And I've got it back together, but I ran out of these kind of things. These are little connectors to connect 2 wires together without me having to solder and do a lot of taping and things. This, you just put the wires in on either end, crimp them down, and then it's done, and it's not going to touch anything, and it's no sparkies. So hopefully, once I get this back together completely for the lady, it'll work just great. Then I had a KitchenAid mixer in here also that had a broken wire off of its switch. They said it wasn't working. And I looked in there, and there was this little wire, and the switch is a plastic panel, or a panel that moves in and out. Does that look cool? Moves in and out. And so the wire had broken off, so it wasn't connected to the panel anymore. And so I have to order, and they're coming today, hopefully, little crimps that will go in there and hold that together so it'll work fine. Plus, they wanted me to replace the wire, and it was a 3-prong, small, thin wire that went into the back of the KitchenAid. And I went to the hardware stores and things. A lot of times I will buy, I'm looking here, I will buy appliance wires to put in. I couldn't find one. So in my years of business, I've collected people's computers and different things like that. And they have those 3-prong wires with a little end on them. Well, you cut off that end and you got a 3-prong wire. So I've taken that, and it was small enough to go inside the KitchenAid, and it's going to work great. And I'm very happy about that because this has been here for quite a while, and I want to make sure that I take care of that for the customer. I don't want to be annoying to them. And I want them to, maybe make me cookies. That's all right. By the way, I will not be here next week. I mentioned this earlier. I will not be here next week. I'll be gone. I'm going to Idaho to go get my wife and bring her back. My father-in-law is going to be 85 this week. Not this week, next week. And I'll be out there for his party. But my wife was out there with her family and things. She's having a really good time, and I'm glad she is. But I miss her, okay? And my mom is at winter camp now and seems to be doing okay. She doesn't eat everything that they have, but we're getting some protein drinks. And when I go in there, I make sure we do the little, I'll have a piece and you have a piece game. It works with kids and with parents. By the way, if you got some older parents that don't like to eat, do that. Or with my dad, we used to tell him it was medicine and he had to take his medicine. Mom, she didn't want to take her medicine. So, alrighty. Now, I want to talk about something. It's not free this time. Usually I talk about free things at the end of my talk, or I forget to talk about it completely. But I want to talk about a program that my wife and I use for phone service. And they don't spend a lot of money on advertising. And I hear these guys on TV talking about all the money you can save using their program. I would show you on Facebook, but everything is backwards, so you can't see it. But I'll go up here. This is called Tello, Tello. And they've got 2 different programs here that you can use. One is what I use, 2 gigabytes of data, or data, as you like to say, DATA. And it is $10 a month. It's actually $11. You got to remember taxes. $11 a month I pay for my cell phone service, unlimited calls and unlimited texts. And I never used to text. I never used a cell phone much. But now I use texting a lot, and I use cell phone a lot. And so I have that. Although I hook it up to my internet wherever I am. It helps save some data off of my phone. My wife uses the 5 gigabytes of data, and it costs her $14, or basically $15 a month for her phone service. It's not a special deal. It's that way every month. It's been that way for years. And I'd suggest you look into that because it is a great service. They use the Telos system. I think it's Telos system. I could be wrong about that. But they use a system that is very accurate along with everybody else. The only time I had a problem was when I was in Alaska, and I'm not there very often. It did not work up there. But if you live in Alaska, don't use it. I just wouldn't use it. I would use whatever else you could find. But this is all on the internet, and you can use it. If you don't use your phone very much, you can even get it cheaper than $10 a month. And all these deals on TV, you could get it for less than $100 a month. And I'm thinking, no, they're spending their money on advertising, and this company doesn't. Tello, Tello. You can find it on the internet. Have your grandkids. They can probably get it real quick for you and show you what it is. And I'm very happy with them. They've been treating me very nice and helped me switch over phones and things. They're a very good company. All right, so that is my not free thing, but very inexpensive thing that you can think about using, Tello. All right, let's see. What else do I have down here? My hours I won't be here next week at all, but I am planning on trying to broadcast from the Idaho area, and I'm planning on doing that at 10 o'clock in the morning out there, which is 1 o'clock here. And if it works, if I get actually someone up there in the corner, up there, that says, hey, I am listening to you, then I'm going to switch my time to 1 o'clock. Please, if you're watching, try to catch me live for just a little bit. Try to catch me live. most likely on Facebook. It's Shenandoah, one word, and then Sew and Vac, another word. Shenandoah Sew and Vac on YouTube.com. Alrighty, and now let's see how much time. Oh, I've got 5 minutes left if I'm going to go for an hour. I'm not. I will come back next week. I do seem a little down, but that's because there is hate in this world, and when haters are going to hate, but I hate the idea that people hate. Isn't that awful? I hate too. I don't like people that hate. I've got people that have been customers of mine that don't like me, and that's fine. You're going to find that. I think one a year is fine with me, but they dislike me. I've had one customer dislike me because I was a friend of someone else that they disliked. Well, if you're a friend of them, you're no friend of mine. I thought, I try to be friends with everybody. They can come back. I even give stuff away to people that hate me. Don't use that as an excuse to come in here. But, and it doesn't matter. They still don't like me and say they'll never come back again. That's fine. All right, because who's taking care of me? It's not them, and it's not, the government. It's my Lord. So thank you all so much for this time. Please leave comments below. I think both Facebook and YouTube use below, so we'll use that. Leave comments. I'd like to have some comments this time. It's kind of discouraging. I know that you're not watching me live because it has 0 up there and it has 0 down here, but that's okay. I don't mind if you watch me live or not live. Alrighty, and I hope when I come back, I keep saying this, and I am not consistent with my desires. So I hope that I do better in the future here. Give me some suggestions of things I could talk about, or call me and tell me your problems with your sewing machine, vacuum cleaner, and lamp. I don't do too well with problems. I know a God that does, though. So we could pray for you. So, all right. Thank you all so much. You all have, my verse of scripture. Somebody said, you usually give a verse of scripture or something. So I'm just going to give one verse of scripture. It's John 17:3. Okay. And this is kind of important. I think it's probably one of the more important verses in the Bible. It says, "And this is eternal life, that they may know thee," or you, I'll change it a little bit for people, "the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent." Eternal life. That's longer than what we have here. We're going to be dead a lot longer than we are alive. So let's make sure we're ready for that first, and then work on this life. Alrighty? And I don't do so well in this life. I am not Mr. Perfect, and you keep praying for my wife. Alrighty. Thank you all. You all have a great day. We'll talk to you. First, I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook, because these will disappear in about, 30 days, 90 days, something like that. So I'm going to say good night. Good night, Facebook. Say good night. Hit the finish. It's ending the live broadcast. Good night, Gracie. It's gone. Okay. Now, you guys up here, thank you all for being faithful and watching. Right now, 0 of you. But there will be more, I think. And if not, I'm doing what I feel like I should be doing. And I've got a lot of work to do here at the store. I'll be here late this evening, probably fixing things. Because once again, I'm going to be gone next week. So if you have something that's really important, come see me as much as you can, okay? Or as soon as you can. Or call me. Call me at this number. Next week, I'll be giving you my cell number. And I'd like for you to forget it after the show. But if not, that's all right. I don't answer it in the shower. And there are other places too. But shower is the biggest one. I don't answer the telephone in the shower. All right. Say good night, everybody. And we'll talk to y'all later. All right. I hit this. You wish to end this live stream? Yeah, I do. All right. And I want to keep it. Thank you. Keep it. Do you want to end this? Yes, I do want to end this. Okay. Good night, Gracie. All right. We're going to say good night, Gracie. Good night.